SB360 and item number 24, SB906.
Thank you, Madam Chair. First, let me let you know that I'm happy to accept the suggested amendments on page 11 of the analysis dealing with the ROCA issues, and I'd like to come back to that perhaps at the end. But we're happy to take the amendments, knowing the struggles that this committee has with those issues. This issue, like so many of the issues you will hear in front of you today, came from a constituent at first, and it's the issue of prescription drug abuse. Prescription drug abuse, you may know, actually leads to more deaths in the United States than illegal, illicit drug abuse. It's actually reaching a point of epidemic. In the individual case of the constituent who brought this issue to me, he was out for a walk with his family on a Sunday afternoon in the very affluent community of Blackhawk in the East Bay. They were going to Baskin and Robbins, and a woman who was using prescription drugs swerved her Mercedes across the street and killed Bob Pack, the constituent's two young children, right in front of them. Since then, he's made a cause, along with many others, and the anecdotal stories, just like the story you just heard, are amazing. It's mostly an upper middle class and middle class problem. And law enforcement and public health people are scratching their heads at how we can do something about it across the country, and the federal government is as well. So this bill, I think, is an important step to securitize, I use that word in a physical manner, in a legal manner, to make sure that the way prescriptions are handled in California are as secure as possible, that privacy issues surrounding the distribution of those prescriptions are also secure and not misused. There's a long analysis and a good deal of specificity from the Attorney General's office, and I'll leave them to talk in detail to that. But I do just want to emphasize the problem with prescription drug abuse. It is a significant one. 500,000 emergency room visits in California result. Millions of dollars go to this. And I'm happy to say that law enforcement has been very helpful with this in previous bills. It's supported. The sponsor is the Attorney General. As I said, they are here to speak to this issue. The State Sheriff's Association, the police chiefs, PORAC, and the consumer attorneys all support the bill. And with that, I will turn it over to my witnesses. First, Matt Campbell, representing the Office of the Attorney General, and then Kathy Ellis, who actually manages the CURES program.
Good morning, Madam Chair. Deputy Attorney General Matt Campbell testifying on behalf of SB360 sponsor, the Attorney General's Office. SB360 updates CURES to reflect the automated prescription drug monitoring program initiated by the Department of Justice in 2009. The bill authorizes DOJ to initiate administrative enforcement actions to deter the misuse of confidential patient information collected through the CURES program. DOJ has also seen an increase in criminal enterprises involved in prescription drug fraud. To deter fraudulent prescriptions and illegal distribution of controlled substances, SB 360 provides additional requirements and sanctions for security printers and their employees who have direct access to or contact with controlled substance prescription drug forms. Lastly, SB 360 would, in a, I guess now in a compromise, amended fashion, include within the reporting requirements for cures that drugs that have been added to the federal list of controlled substances be reported. The state of California has not updated its list of controlled substances in several years. New prescription drug-controlled substances are created quite frequently, so the list is quite out of date. But as Senator DeSaulnier has mentioned, the committee consultant has proposed an amendment with regard to the controlled substance list in response to the committee's concern regarding the ROCA policy. The Attorney General asks for your support of SB 360. Thank you. Oh, and I have our Bureau of Narcotics Enforcement Manager, Kathy Ellis, here if you have any questions. Thank you.
There are other speakers in support.
Madam Chair, members of the committee, Louis Brown on behalf of the California State Sheriff's Association in support of the bill.
Thank you. And I don't know if there are questions. We'll see. Are there others in support? Are there speakers in opposition? Seeing and hearing none, are there questions or comments from members of the committee? The bill's been moved as amended to appropriations. Thank you. Senator DeSaulnier.
Madam
would
Chair,
like to
just
close.
consistent with our conversations, happy to take the amendments, but the struggle, as the Attorney General's office made a point of, we want to continue the discussion, is to continue to be consistent with your concerns about ROCA, but we do have a problem. We have a loophole here that we'd like to fix that's similar to the assault weapons in terms of definition of the product, and we don't want to create with all of this good work, a loophole that actually makes the problem worse for some people. So we've had those discussions, just consistent with our discussions. Want to be respectful of the policy, but also want to pursue a possible remedy.
Thank you. I appreciate your being respectful of the policy. As we are going to say many times today, we are in a situation where, as you know, we have 170,000 prisoners in a system designed for about 100,000. And we have to figure out how to prioritize and what to do. And I thank you very much for your willingness to take the amendments at this time.
As the former chair of the Fiscal Committee, I'm aware of the problem that you now deal with.
Thank you. All right. Madam Secretary, would you open the roll, please?
Hancock.
Aye.
Hancock, aye. Anderson. Aye. Anderson, aye. Calderon. Harmon. Aye. Harmon, aye. Liu. Price. Aye. Price, aye. Steinberg.
That bill is on call. And SB 906, Senator.
Thank you. Thank you again, members, for your vote on